Hello all, this is Anupama Zavargi here and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I'm sharing with you success principles to help you to go from where you are to where you want to be. So success leaves clues. So if we study successful people and see what they do or what the success mantra is, then we realize that there are three characteristics that successful people show. The first one is they are very clear about what their goals are, what their vision is, what their dream is, what they expect from their life. The second is that in order to convert this dream, this vision into reality, they develop powerful success habits or disciplines. And the third and the most important one is they take 100% responsibility of their lives. The first two we are going to discuss later on in this series, but I'm going to talk about the third one today, that is taking 100% responsibility. This is the most important success principle. If you want to be successful in life, you have to take 100% responsibility for everything you experience in your life. That is the quality of your relationships, the state of your health and fitness, the success you are producing, your income, your debt, your feelings, everything. Because if you're not taking 100% responsibility, then either you are complaining, blaming, or making excuses for someone else or something else being responsible for you not being successful. And this puts you in a victim mode. There's a wonderful story, and the story goes that a person is walking at night after dinner on the road, and he sees a man bent on his knees looking for something under a street light. So he goes to him and asks him, "What are you looking for? Is there anything I can do?" So he says, "I have lost my key, and so that's why I'm looking for it." So the passerby says, "Okay, let me also help you find the key." He also goes down on his knees and starts looking with him. They search for a while, they look everywhere, they just don't find the key. So the passerby finally asks, "We have searched for so long, are you sure you lost the key here?" So the person says, "No, I lost the key at my home. There is just more light here, so I'm looking for it here." Same way, we look for the key to success outside. So it's time to look inside, and then only we can find the key to success. Because once we take the responsibility of creating it, then we can uncreate and recreate. Now you probably are wondering, why 100%? Let me ask you something. If your spouse is committed to you 99% of the time, would that be okay with you? Or let's say you're hiring someone and the would-be employee says, "I'm 99% honest." Would that be okay with you? No, right? We expect 100% commitment, 100% honesty. So when you are saying that you're not 100% responsible, then you're cheating yourself of your goals. So that's why we say 100% responsibility is essential. Now I'm going to share a formula with you all, which makes this idea of 100% responsibility a bit more clear. The formula is E plus R is equal to O, where E is the event, R is the response, and O is the outcome. Most of the times in life, we take event is equal to outcome. We don't realize that there is a response in the middle. And the formula shows that the outcome that we are experiencing in life right now, it could be anything. It could be sickness or health. It could be money, like wealth or poverty. It could be joy and frustration. It could be intimacy and estrangement. Any of these outcomes we are experiencing because of some response we have given to a prior event. Example for this would be, let's say somebody puts a cake in front of you. Instead of saying no to it, you ate it. Like for every birthday party, you ate all the cake that there was there. And now you are overweight. So being overweight is a response to a prior event where you could have said no. Similarly, let's say you got some bonus, you're working in your company, gave you a bonus. Instead of investing it, you just partied with friends. And now that your company is downsizing or you're not sure of your job, and now you're worried that you don't have enough savings to sustain for a few months. So, this is an outcome of a prior response that you have given. Okay, so event always happens. We don't have control over the event, but what we are the power of control is our response is what where we can control things, and that is the most important thing. But we just often don't pay attention to our responses. The world is out there doing what it does, right? Like there's a recession, your company downsizes, or some other company comes with a better product, or if you're a student, the syllabus changes, the type of exam changes, or let's say the weather plays funny, like weather keeps changing nowadays so fast, we have to cope with it. Or like we are living through pandemic times, so we never thought we would, but we are living through a pandemic. So these things happen. There's nothing personal in there, but your power is your response to all these events. So what response are you giving? We saw, during the pandemic also, every country responded differently and is experiencing a very different outcome. So this is an example we are all living through. The pandemic is the same, the coronavirus was there everywhere, but because of the response, the outcome is the number of deaths, how people are living with it, the economy, everything is different because of the response that the countries have done with it. Let's say another example I saw was there was a Malwani restaurant in Mumbai, and the owner was not able to sustain it during lockdown because all the restaurants were closed. So he had to shut the restaurant down. But what he did was he made a WhatsApp group of all his customers. And he every day he would send a menu out to the customers, take orders on WhatsApp, and deliver the food like breakfast, fixed lunch, and dinner through his nano car. He used to park his car at a particular place, and all the patrons used to come there and collect it from him. This way he made like a lakh of rupees a month, which was good enough for him to sustain through the pandemic. Now when things are opening up, he'll probably get back to his old dream. So it's not like you're supposed to give up on that dream, but in the meantime you can change your response to sustain or survive. So many of us have had to think differently. Like for a personal trainer, like a coach like me, I love doing online like live seminars and live workshops. But since it was not possible during the pandemic to do live lectures, so what I did was I shifted to Zoom. And actually this YouTube channel is also because I thought of a different response, because I realized that the outcome I'm looking for is that I can reach maximum people, especially during this pandemic times. These success principles would really come in handy. So I wanted to reach maximum people. That was the outcome I was looking for. So what I did was I changed my response. Like I said, why not make a YouTube channel out of it? So this is how you can change your response to a event, which is not personal. It's not out to get you. It's there for everyone. Even in a recession, some people thrive, some companies go bust. So it always happens. The world is out there doing what it is. Maybe it'll be easier to understand if you see this formula as a mathematical formula. Let's say E plus R is equal to O. So if it's a mathematical formula, it's like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Okay. So you are on this channel because you want more from life. Either you want more time, more income, more happiness, more peace, whatever it is you are looking for, something better than what you have right now. So if if you want the answer to be 5 and the world is doing 2, then you have to do a 3, right? But sometimes the world is actually doing 1. Then you'll have to do a 4. So things keep changing in life. This is how things keep fluctuating. And so your response has to change according to what is going on around you. So I think this makes it a little more clear. Sometimes during the pandemic, it's like the universe or the world could be doing a 0. So you have to do all 4 just to get a 4 out of it. So that's how you change your responses to make it to what you want in life. And what kind of response is it? It is either going to be like you can change your thoughts, you can change your actions, the things you say and do, and you can change your vision. Because those are the only 3 things that you have control over. So that's how I told you the example of that restaurant owner. There are so many gym owners, because the gyms got closed, so they gave the gym equipment out on rent because people were home. They needed something to exercise at home. So anyway, they were losing income. So why not give it out to rent and get money that way? You have to think differently in these times to survive and to sustain and to grow. So this is what the E plus R is equal to O equation is. Now let's say you would say, yeah, these examples are all related to business or maybe career. What happens in relationships? Relationships is like we all say, right? It's 50-50. So how can there be 100% responsibility there? But what happens if something is not working? It's always the other person's fault, right? So at least what we can do is take 100% 100% responsibility of the 50% that we control. Okay, let's say your best friend forgets your birthday. So one response is going to be that, oh, my best friend forgot my birthday. Looks like he or she has found some other best friend. Now she doesn't care. He or she doesn't care about me, my feelings. And so he has missed the most important day of my life. So now if you think this way, the outcome is going to be very different, right? Or if you think that my best friend forgot my birthday, I know my best friend loves me and still forgot my birthday. I wonder what is going on with him or her. Maybe why is my friend so occupied, or is there something wrong going on with him, or is he not up to his usual self, so because it is unlikely that he or she would forget it. So you would actually call that person and check with them, so then the outcome of your relationship is going to be very different. So see, even in a relationship, it always depends on what the response is. The outcome is going to depend whether the relationship is going to get stronger or weaker. Depends on your response. Now, in my live seminars, what I do is I ask the name of the person who is sitting right in front of me. Let's say that that girl's name is Sasha. Okay, so I go and stand in front of her and I tell her, of all the seminars that I have taken, you are the most stupid person that I have seen. Okay, and then I ask everybody, if I tell this to Sasha, is her self-esteem going to go up or down? Now I'm telling you this. What do you think? Is her self-esteem going to go down or up? 80 to 90% people think that it is going down. And they have just failed the E plus R is equal to O pop quiz. It doesn't matter what Anupama tells Sasha. What matters is what Sasha tells Sasha. If Sasha thinks, oh my God, I have just met this person, it's been just 5 minutes, how come she realizes that I'm stupid? Then her self-esteem is going to go right down, right? But if Sasha thinks, oh, it's just been 5 minutes, this is totally lack of judgment or Anupama's part, she doesn't even know me, so her self-esteem is going to remain the same. She won't care. But if Sasha thinks that Anupama has picked me because I think I look really confident, and of all the people present, looks like I look like the one who could take this example. So she has picked me from all the choices she had. So if she thinks, then her self-esteem is going to go up. So same event, 3 different responses, 3 different outcomes. Okay, so I think now the things are probably going to getting a little clearer in everybody's mind what this E plus R is equal to O equation can do and how it can change your life. Now let me ask you one question. Let's say I have a pot of boiling water on my gas stove and I don't want the water to boil. What should I do? Everybody's going to say turn off the gas, right? It seems logical, but what if I say that every time the water boils, I'm going to put an ice cube? Strange kind of response, right? Who would do this? Seems so silly. What if I tell you we do this a lot in our lives? Let me give you a couple of examples and that will make this clear. Let's say you're a parent, okay? And your kid is throwing a tantrum. Either he wants the phone or wants something from the shop, and he's throwing a tantrum sitting right in the middle of the shop or on the road. And you don't want to create a scene, so you give in to that kid's demand. You just put an ice cube. Okay, and once the kid knows, he keeps repeating, and you have to keep repeating the same thing. Another one would be that recently you have had some health issues. You have been suffering from maybe headaches or like acidity, and every time you have a headache, you just take a pill. Or for acidity, you are just taking some antacid. So you're never thinking of why you are getting a headache or why you are not feeling well. Every time you just pop a pill and just move ahead. That's like again putting an ice cube, right? So today I want you to reflect and see what are the situations in life where are you putting an ice cube. Okay? So now that we have dealt with E plus R is equal to O, I've given you some examples. Now I can understand that 100% responsibility seems a lot. So let's start with 5%. So for this week's exercise, what you're going to do is, for this, you're going to, I hope you've all made a journal or some kind of a notebook to do all the exercises that I share with you. So as today's exercise, you're going to write like, if I were to take 5% more responsibility for my life, my well-being, I'm going to just jot down a few points that come to your mind. So you don't have to think a lot on it. You just like whatever, you're going to drink a glass of little more water, or you're going to take the stairs instead of taking the lift. You're going to sleep 15 minutes early or get up 15 minutes early. You're going to put the phone down or anything that comes to mind. Just 5% more responsibility for your life and well-being. Maybe you think your finances is an important area right now for you. You can actually do 5% more responsibility for your finances. That time it's going to be like you're going to save more, or maybe instead of eating out, you're going to cook at home once in a while. These kind of simple things. Not a whole lot, okay? We're just starting with 5%. Maybe it's 5% for your relationships. In that you can say that, okay, you're going to listen more. You're going to spend more time. You're going to come early from office, or you're going to shut your work a few minutes early and spend time with your family. Whatever it is, just 5% more. So you're going to jot all these points down and start acting on them. Because 100%, yes, can be daunting, but 5%, once you start with 5%, when you start writing, you realize it's so simple. You already know what you need to do to take more responsibility. To start with that 5%, keep at it. Slowly, as you're changing your R, your outcome is bound to change. So that's your exercise for this week. Until you actually do it, you won't know how easy it is and how much difference even a 5% responsibility can make in your life. So I would really encourage you to do it. Since this is a really big topic and this is something I really want everyone to get, how to take 100% responsibility of your life. So the next week video is also going to be on this topic, where I'm going to discuss more about the complaining, blaming and the excuse making part. So see you next time. If you like this video, please press the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss on the new updates. Thank you.